Hi, everybody. We're here today. Welcome to PS We Have No Plan. It's Emily coming from Nashville.
Hello, hello, and it's Peyton calling in from LA.
Love it. Love seeing you.
Love seeing you. This
Oh,
is so fun. We have so much energy, you guys. Whoever doesn't follow us on social media, you're missing out because yesterday Emily killed it and we did a bunch of
mm.
polls. Mama Smith was obsessed, and then I came in at the end and added in my votes. So go
I
check that out.
I just went through all of Mama Smith's commentary and it
Oh,
was on fire. I loved it.
oh my
It's perfect.
gosh.
Perfect. She had a lot of opinions and I liked it.
Oh my gosh, I need to go look. I didn't even see. That is
Oh.
so funny. She caught up on all of our podcasts yesterday. So she was listening to all the
Oh,
episodes.
thank you, Mama Smith. Go read the DMs.
I will. That's
It's
so
so good.
good.
It's
I
so
love it.
good. But yeah, that was our night to shine. The first Monday in May. You'll see
I
us there
know.
together one day.
I know. So everyone, if we didn't know what this episode was about, it's going to be a bit about, so I think we're going to title it, you'll see this soon if you're listening. P.S. Have we met? Because that's so brilliant, Emily, by the way.
It's so cute.
So because we want to talk about the Met, which happened last night in New York, but we also want to talk about love and romance and platonic love and friendship. We're trying to partner our podcast episodes to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of deep talk, because that's how we're built. That's how
Yeah,
we work.
very much
um,
so. And it's nice to just have that balance to know that
yeah.
you can have one and the other.
Yes. So let's dive in. Wait, but first I want to check in. How are you doing and how's life?
It's good. It's good.
Good.
I'm super tired today. I
Me too. Oh my
really
God. Yes. Yeah. I'm still drinking coffee. It's
I
like relax.
I just made another one too, and it's 2:24 here. So at least you're still in noon
Yeah,
24.
true. True.
But yes, I'm so tired. I take melatonin every night, and lately it's been giving me the second day fog like Benadryl does. So I don't know if I'll have to stop that, but I'm feeling tired. Like
Yeah.
just
Okay.
committing to the pod today, I was like, oh
I know. Wait, can I ask about melatonin? Because I
yeah.
just bought it because I've been trying to revamp my health routine as you have as well. And so I bought this like powder melatonin and I've heard it's really nice and relaxing and this tart cherry juice. And I make this little
Ooh.
mocktail at night instead of wine. I'm like, this is healthy and fun and calms me down. But yeah, I agree with you. The melatonin makes me hazy the next day.
I mean, I'm not glad that you're experiencing that, but I'm so glad it's not just me. And that's like, that bums me out for
I
you.
know, I know. So I wonder, I just thought I was mainly just tired and exhausted and going through stuff, but it maybe is a combo.
I don't think maybe it is a
Yeah,
combo for sure because I know you've got a lot going on lately too. Like it's been hectic for sure with work, family, everything.
I know. But just to throw this out there for people, it is an
Yes.
eclipse season. I'm the very notorious LA girl and I
I
keep us
was
updated on our
literally
astrology. But yeah.
I was
Have you
just
heard
going to
about
ask
this?
you if something's going on with the stars or planets.
Yeah. If there's a weird eclipse season until the end of this week, and
Mm.
people are feeling it. And if you feel exhausted, chaotic, hectic, tired, if you feel like random things are just not working as they're supposed to,
Yes.
actually, that's normal.
Like
We're all
if your
going through
pants
that.
don't fit correctly, is that one too? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, okay. And you
Okay.
know what? That's so funny. I had like the hardest walk the other day because I kept seeing crows and people say like crows can be a black omen, but I was deciding to take it as a good omen and decided that
Hmm.
they were ravens, but I kept seeing them and they're never here. And so I had a
Weird.
really hard time with my walk that day.
Weird. See, this is what I mean. The things are
Mhm.
going weird, but it's also a really good time for you to release things. So if things are
Okay.
coming up in your head, don't judge yourself, is what I hear.
Mm.
Instead, just say, okay, this is something that's coming up, and maybe it's something I need to release.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
going to try my best on that for
Stay
sure.
tuned. Stay
Stay
tuned,
tuned.
everyone. We'll
We
we'll let you know how we survive the eclipse season.
exactly. We like to spit ideas and advice, but sometimes working on them ourselves is still hard. But that's what this is all about. Like we talk
Yeah.
about, trials and tribulations, the good, the bad, the fashion. Wait,
Yeah.
but you first. How are you?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine as well. I was just showing you our hair color, I think is
Hmm.
similar. I'm trying to grow out my little blonde. See how it's much blonder at the bottom?
I got that going on too. Your
Yeah.
bangs
See,
look so much better than mine.
no, no, I love the
No, you
texture.
don't.
Yes, I do. I am so flat. My little hair is so flat, but I'm trying to decide if it's like healthy and richer to do like a really nice color all down, like dye it all one color, or if I
Mm.
should just get a root touch up with all my highlights. I never know what to do with my hair. That's what I'm dealing with.
It's so, I mean, your natural color though is really pretty. I have
Thank
to
you.
say. Is it like a auburny,
I think
reddish?
so, like a strawberry blondish,
It's
right?
beautiful, beautiful. I never know what to do either because I'll make an appointment and I say all over color because
Yeah.
in my mind it's like doing it all over, but I guess that actually means like just doing the same color all over from root to end.
Mm,
So I don't know. I don't know. I like a lot of highlight so it looks more natural too. It blends.
I know.
And you
So we'll
could leave
see.
like a little shadow maybe.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I think Hailey Bieber, and I mean, she's always in and out, but I think all these different celebrities set the status for what's cool with your hair. And I think a lot of celebrities have been going more natural just in general. And maybe this
Yeah,
will bleed into the conversation, the Met. But don't you feel that way? Like
I do.
the celebrity culture has been stripping back the glam and glitz and making it more raw and real, unedited,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
making their own content on social media. Like a lot of them have their own YouTube shows, like it's just less makeup, less,
Yes.
right?
I even saw, which I think that maybe this could even be a huge indicator. And I could have this wrong, but I'm fairly certain I saw photos that Kylie Jenner took her lip filler out.
I've seen that. I saw, well, yeah, I saw,
It's
so
hard
I
to
saw,
say. I know it's hard to tell because where are these photos from and who's the source? But I mean,
I
that's a
know,
pretty bold move because she has so much of her business riding on her lips. But I mean, I think it's kind of cool.
I know. I saw the trailer for their new season and I was actually
Ooh.
mentioning, I was thinking of them when I was talking about the celebrity shift because they really do set the beauty standard in a lot of ways, which is,
Mhm.
we've talked about this. It's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, they have this amazing platform and they should probably use it smartly and be conscious about what they say and all these different things. So they, Kylie talked about like in the little snippet in a little trailer, she was like, I wish I had done nothing to my body. I'm really disappointed in the beauty standard I set for young
Really?
girls. Yeah, that was like a little snippet. So I wonder if you're noticing stuff because she might be toning down her beauty
Maybe
stuff.
so. Maybe so. I didn't see that part. I was watching little snippets. I mostly saw like the Kim and Courtney drama of it. But, I've heard people change when they have children, so maybe she
Yeah.
wants her daughter not to feel like she has to change herself to fit into a mold.
I can only imagine
Maybe.
what that would be like to grow up. Like they were young, especially she's the youngest,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
She grew up on reality television with Kim being her older sister. And can you imagine what type of like
No.
just normal things are things that are normalized to you? Like it would just be such a wild way to grow up.
Such a wild way. And like they were still in school, like normal school, but then they had all these cameras and I just can't imagine. I really can't. It would be
Nope.
so wild. But as a good segue,
Yes.
I really liked her outfit at the Met.
She looked stunning. I
She
couldn't
did.
agree more. So classic. That red was beautiful. Ugh,
With the blue.
stunning.
Oh my gosh.
I
And I
agree with
just
you.
learned today that the jacket turned into a train.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So good. So good. It was
So
subtle and
good.
glam, but
Hmm.
also gave something. I I know you liked Kendall's, at least from your Instagram, but I don't know how I felt about hers. It was a little bit she to me embodies this person. Maybe it's her personality that kind of
Let's
irks me
go.
at times.
Oh,
She
I get
kind of
that.
just like comes across as like I'm so camp and interesting and like that's how she comes across to me at times. It's like, girl, you're
You're not.
kind of basic. Yeah, you're
Hmm.
kind of just basic. And the outfit was very on the nose. It was like I don't know. I thought the boots were fun. I thought it was cheeky to have her like butt cheeks out, but she just kind of looked thin and hot. I don't know if it was like
I get that.
interesting.
I get that. I love a Peter Pan collar. I love a Peter Pan collar.
Fair.
And that did it for me. I think like that's what set me off. But I agree with you. Like her personality, obviously I don't know her, but seems pretty lame and blah.
Yeah.
And I mean, people dress her. You know that she was just dressed. Perhaps she
Yeah.
had a say in it. I hope she did, but I can see what you're saying for sure about that. And a
Yeah.
lot of it, I read that too. There was so much black and white. which I get because that was Carl's thing. But seeing Kylie's red was such like a breath of fresh air. And some people said she didn't follow the theme or whatever. But I mean,
I
she,
know.
what are you gonna
I
do?
thought she looked stunning. I mean, I thought Kim did as well and was more aligned with the theme of
Hmm.
everything. But
Hmm.
they're I don't know. I just feel like the Jenners and the Kardashians have this elevation where everyone just expects them to be like, and I think at the Met,
Yeah.
for me, it's so fun to see some of these other celebrities and artists
Yeah.
who really just take it as an opportunity to be interesting and send a message or be a piece of art. And I think for me, the Kardashians and Jenners maybe more so lean in what looks hot and what looks good on me and what's my vibe,
100%. 100.
right?
That is such a good point. Yep, absolutely. When everybody else just takes it as, let me celebrate fashion. Let me take some
Yeah.
risks and like try this and really celebrate what the Met is all about.
Yes, agreed. Agreed. So what were some of your favorite kind of other looks?
Standouts. I think I had so many. I even made a list. But my,
Love.
right? Well, thank you. Right. I would say, I think we'll
Right?
agree. Right, right. God, I'm such an idiot. Um, Anne Hathaway. She might have been my number one. Her hair and
She
makeup were stellar.
yeah. And didn't she announce she's the face of Valentino now?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think so. I think she's the face of Valentino. So she's just so iconic. I mean, her personality also sometimes bothers me at
Oh,
times. Like,
I know. I
right?
don't I don't love Anne Hathaway, but she
I
has
don't know
made this
why.
comeback into high fashion and
Agreed.
style that
Agreed.
is it came out of nowhere for me.
Agreed. And she's been in iconic movies that I've loved, 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 like Les Mis, Princess Diaries, Devil Wears
Hmm.
Prada, the list goes on and
Hmm.
on. But her
Hmm.
personality at times can be like, oh, does it seem that way? Like it's a little bit too prim and proper for me. I'm like,
Uppity.
get to the real shit. What you're
Yeah,
so you
we
act
get it.
like you're like
We get it.
floating on a cloud. We
Yeah,
get
you're
it.
not. You're not. I mean, you looked like you were last night, but you're not. I
I
just
know.
and like it sold me too because I've never loved the clothespin look. I know Elizabeth Hurley had that iconic dress and it was, it was really pretty, but it wasn't my favorite. But with the
Mm,
tweed, it just looked classy.
totally. I know. I know. I'm sorry. I'm veering away from the fashion and being like, anyways, let's gossip.
No, no, no,
It's like a
trust me, I want to gossip. Sometimes I feel like I'm too big of a gossip, so I'm like, I gotta reel this back.
Me
My
too.
friend Michelle and
Whatever.
I, shout out to Michelle. I don't think she listens, so Mish, get your ears listening. Um, we're judgy. And we know that. So we tell each other we're judgy and we judge with one another.
Sometimes you need that safe
Yeah.
space with a friend to do that.
Yep.
I don't know if like on a public podcast we should be doing too much of the judging, but we try to reel it in, everyone.
We try to reel it in. And you know what? This is all about I was gonna say fashion, but those were really just personality judgment.
Yeah. And it's also their like celebrity persona. Who knows who they actually are? It's just who they choose to show, right?
That's a very good
That
point.
part of them is sort of can be bothersome. But I who else did I love? I
Who was your
loved
favorite?
I someone that's oh Camilla Morone
Oh my gosh.
looked so simple and effortless and stunning and romantic and ethereal. I thought it was
Yes.
beautiful.
I think that she's gonna rise as like one of the next like fashion muses.
Total it girl moment. Yeah,
Absolutely.
she's gonna have her moment for sure. And she's been around. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. Did you? I saw like a clip on Instagram that one of the paparazzi asked her if there'll be a Daisy Jones too. And she was like, I can't say anything. So I mean, just her reaction by it, they're like, would you do it? She goes, of course.
Oh my God, I hope. Fingers crossed. I hope they
Fingers
also
crossed.
go on tour. I think there were
I know.
talks that they were going to do that. So who knows?
I still haven't finished it.
I know I feel like it gets a little slow in the middle, but it is good. It's a
I
good
have
overall show.
I have to. I have to. I have to. But yes.
She
Oh,
was
she
stunning.
was so stunning.
So stunning. And then her friend, her bestie, Suki Waterhouse, who I
Oh,
am all like so obsessed with. She's like a real life Daisy Jones to me. Like she's just
absolutely.
so cool. Ooze is cool. And is dating Robert Pattinson is just like so cool. Like
Like what a couple.
what a couple. I feel like she could have gone a little bit more.
I
That's
for
my
me,
only note.
yes, it felt like a wedding guest. a black tie wedding guest. And I don't mean
Beautiful,
that in a
but
bad way at all.
right.
Yeah. I absolutely loved the dress, everything about it, but it just wasn't met to me.
Agreed. Agreed. And then there's some that went so extreme with their costumes. Like obviously Jared Leto always goes extreme with his costumes. Same with Doja
Yes.
Cat, same with
Yes.
Lil Nas X. Like a lot of these sometimes go super campy,
Uh,
but
it's
but
kind of
it's
the
fun.
it
It's
is
fun.
it is. And when I first saw Jared, I was like, whoa, this is wild. But then I realized it was Carl's cat.
Oh, I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that until right now.
Because he always had his favorite cat. And
Got it.
I think that's cute.
That is cute.
It
That is
gives him a
cute.
little bit of leeway.
Okay, okay, I take it back. Yeah, that's at least somewhat on theme. Oh, and that's probably why Doja Cat was a cat.
Probably.
If you saw
Probably.
that, she had like a whole cat face and she meowed her way through the Vogue interview. And I was like, girl,
Mm, that's a little bit too much commitment.
she's very camp, very out there. Who else? I love Billie Eilish. Do you see
She
Billie's
did look
look?
good. She did look really. I can't believe that those are the color of her eyes. That's the color of her eyes.
Stunning, almost like hypnotic.
Very hypnotic. Like not
Hmm.
creepy, but like very whimsically dark. It fits her to a
Hmm.
T. I've never seen eyes like that.
Agreed. And I love that she's positioning herself more through makeup, hair, and outfits in like a sensual, like confident way, which I really
Yes.
love. I think shifting from this oversized, sporty, covering her face, like she'd always like have this hair, and now she's wearing these big liner and tight fitted clothes. I think she looks so great. I
I
love
do
the
too.
growth.
I do too. It's showing like hopefully she's growing in her confidence in her body or whatever that might be for her. I think it's awesome. And I think it's great. Like she can show both sides. Yeah.
Totally. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
feel like she's always been open to that. And her reasoning for wearing baggy clothes, I remember watching an interview way back when, was like, if people can't see my body, then they can't judge it. They can't say it's good or bad.
Which I
Um,
get.
I get that.
There's
So
a lot
now I
of like,
think no, so I think it's just makes sense that it's nice to see she's just doesn't give a shit any longer about what people will say, and will sometimes wear baggy if it feels like that's her vibe, and will sometimes wear more revealing clothes if that's her vibe, and not really worry about what people say about it.
no, she's just her.
Hmm.
She is who she is. Um, and speaking of who they are, I am obsessed with Sunny Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney. Sorry,
Like,
Sydney.
who is Sunny, my friend?
I wish her name was Sunny though. It's such a good name.
That
Sydney
was like
Sweeney.
last episode when you said, what did you say? You called her
Zendaya.
no, her name is Zendaya.
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 We can't even remember the wrong names because they're always wrong. When I had
So
like
funny.
four people last night that I had to text you. I was like, who are these people?
I know, I even texted you one of them and you called him Mystery Man. I'm like, I texted you his name. I laughed.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
why are you sorry? He is a mystery man. He was in like the new Gossip Girl. No one really even watched that. So,
We'll blame it on the
anyways,
melatonin.
it's all the melatonin.
It's all the melatonin, everybody. If things get whack out, like it's the melatonin.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So,
But she
so
she
yes,
won
Sydney
best
Sweeney.
hair and makeup for me. Best hair and makeup.
She has also talked about confidence. She has really grown in her confidence. I've seen through interviews, like way back
Okay.
when she was a bit more shy, her voice was quite high. And now I saw when she walked up to Emma Chamberlain for the Vogue
Oh,
interview, she was like, hi. It was just like very, was very
hi.
sensual and was like, I am here. I'm ready, which I love.
That's gonna be us. We'll both say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah,
P.S. is
she's
here.
great. She has the same
Oh,
birthday as me, September 12th.
I see. Okay, you guys have like a lot of similarities. Your skin tone, your hair, like your style.
That's
Like,
about it.
no, you're both very chic.
Well, that's nice. I mean, she's so stunning. I think she's like a very hypersexual girly, and
I
that's
can see that.
not necessarily me, but
Me
the
neither.
very pale skin, very kind of, she also is like super neurotic. I don't know, has extreme routines. She doesn't drink. She's like a
Oh,
little bit extreme,
okay.
but true Virgo nature. I mean, we're so over the top.
I like that. That's why this works. Also, P.S. Peyton and I think we're twins today. Peyton threw it out
Yeah,
there, but we're both wearing crew necks and we
we
have
kind of look like it. I don't
and
know.
our
We
hair
look
is grown out.
Our hair is grown out and it's in a bun and we're wearing
Yeah.
big black
Yeah.
headphones. But
Absolutely.
we're twins.
I I left the office at like so early today because I didn't like my outfit and I felt uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go
Oh,
home. I don't like my outfit today.
that's the best reason to leave an office I've ever heard in
Right?
my life. I don't like my
So
outfit.
I don't like my outfit. I'm not feeling comfortable. So I came home and put my pajamas on.
Oh, I love that. I've actually been trying to get dressed, speaking of that, because it's just really hard when you're
It
at home
is.
to feel like you want to get dressed in any capacity. Because I'm like, why would I do that?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Ever just since I've been starting to go back into the office the last 6 months or whatever that is,
Hmm.
I don't know. That's me getting dressed because if I'm at home, I'm in my jammies or like sweatpants and an old like big sweatshirt. Like I like the oversized baggy feel. Like that's what I feel like myself. But
I
like today with the
know.
melatonin, it's not helping me want to get on my walking or running.
Oh, I hear that. I hear that. We still want to create a loungewear like set at
We
some
will.
point. I feel
We
like 'cause
will.
that is just so us.
We'll
Okay.
sell it in our coffee wine bar.
Okay, wait, we need to go through a few more and then we need
Okay.
to jump to our
Okay.
new one. So
Yes.
who were like some low balls for you? Who you were like, I don't love this.
Outfit wise, there weren't any that like really stood out, but hair and makeup, and you might really hate this.
Oh my
But
God, I'm so excited.
I hated Rihanna's hair and makeup.
Oh my
I thought
God,
it
those
was
are fighting
atrocious.
words.
I
Those are
thought it was
fighting words.
I knew it. I knew it. I thought it was atrocious.
Oh my God. Wait, now I need to go look it
Look it
up.
up. Look it up. Outfit loved. How she
Oh,
felt did
her
her
and
review.
ASAP are so cute.
They
I
are,
guess
and
he
I
goes by
like it.
Rocky. Does he go by Rocky?
That's what I want to name my son one day, Rocky.
He's so. Oh, well, she's wearing a headpiece. I can't see. Oh,
No,
she's.
no,
Oh, I saw.
no. After
She
she
took
takes
it
it,
off.
like her hair, she has that one little like bang coming out. It looks crappy in the back. She has like her makeup looks like she has powder on. Like that, that powder that you put under your eyes and then you brush it off so it doesn't, your other makeup doesn't get down.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
being
what?
judgy.
Her and her sunglasses and her headpiece look iconic, but I
Love.
have to agree with you when she takes that off. I really don't love her hair and makeup. You're right. I mean, her makeup doesn't bother me, I guess, so much, but the hair is not
It looks like
right.
junk. Yeah, the headpiece, that whole look, the glasses, brilliant.
So good. I mean,
And I,
so good.
yes, and I read somewhere like Rihanna just knows she's coming in at the last minute and everybody's waiting for her. And I'm like, what a power move.
She's so great. It's hard for me, you're right, to separate the person from the
I get it.
outfits at times because I'm like, oh, I don't love them or I love them. And I just
Yes.
love Rihanna. But I could see that. I could see that. So what else? Who else did you not like?
Nicole Kidman's hair. She
Oh,
has been on,
really?
yeah.
I
You
liked
like
the
it?
I liked the loose kind of effortless because it was like a throwback to her campaign where she was running through the Times Square. Was it Times
Yes,
Square?
yes.
And she had her hair all windblown. So I thought it was just like an homage to that campaign.
I love the messy, like undone hair, but literally for her, how I feel about her the last two times, especially the Oscars carpet, it looked stringy and weird, and she kept like putting it over her face. I loved the bow in the back. I think a lot of people had the bow in the back, and
Hmm.
I loved that. I loved that.
Hmm.
I just didn't live for her hair.
Yeah, that's fair. It was very undone. I'm looking at photos again. It was very
Doesn't it kind of look like,
stringy.
yeah,
It
yeah.
does. It does.
Fun fact. So at Christmas time, the company that I do florals for, we
Yeah.
do Christmas trees, and we have done hers and Keith's Christmas tree the last 2 years at their
Oh
house.
my God.
And we have to go into their attic to get the all the stuff, and we have to walk through her couture closet.
What?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. We always
That's
are just like
amazing.
oohing and awing after it.
Oh my God, how fun. That's florist. I feel like you guys need your own reality show, The Floral Shop.
I've already pitched it. I haven't heard
So
back.
cute.
I'll just keep pitching it. It is so cute, Peyton. I'll do a vlog one day about all of us.
Yeah, you should. I would love to see the behind the scenes.
Okay,
Okay,
you
well,
tell me who you
I
did
know
not like.
I'm look I feel so I thought everyone showed up in
I
like a
did
really
too.
fun way. I can't say any of them icked me. I didn't understand Lil Nas X with all it was a little over the top for me. He was like completely bedazzled if you saw
Yeah.
that. I get it. It's fun. But that felt dress up-y to me.
And
Um,
he's kind of like the one for me. It's hard for me to like separate the outfit from the person because I'm just not a fan.
you're not.
No, but that's okay.
That's fine. That's fair. Who else? Cara Delevingne. I like her edge always, but I thought she could go a little bit, push it a little further. It was
I could
almost like
see
a
it.
t-shirt dress vibe for me. So I was like,
Absolutely.
maybe push that.
That one grew on me because I feel that. I feel that too. And like you're saying, I don't think anybody was horrible or tragic, but there were a couple people that were just a little too plain for the Met.
Agreed.
Do you
Agreed.
think so?
I completely agree. Like Vanessa Hudgens, I thought looked stunning. And I
Yeah.
think she went with Michael Kors and he had a very iconic, and same with Emily Blunt with Michael Kors. It just seemed like I could wear this to a wedding, like you said, as a
Yes.
wedding guest.
Yes. I thought that about Priyanka too.
hmm
I don't
hmm
know. I don't know. I thought the
But
two
everyone looks
guys, so
stunning.
they did. And I think it's hard for guys sometimes, but my two favorites, and I think you loved them too, were um Bad Bunny and Pedro.
Yes, Pedro had fun, which I love.
He did, and he could pull it off.
Yeah, he's so fun and funny. He looked like
He,
Pinocchio, hot one.
Hot Pinoke.
And Trevor Noah, he had those cool braids.
I love that. I didn't see his
hmm
look until you posted it. Loved it.
So good.
Very, very
Well,
good.
overall, I
Rhonda.
thought this was a fun Met. I thought
I
everyone did
agree.
well.
I agree. I did miss a couple staples, SJP, Blake Lively. I always love seeing their looks, but
Yeah.
you know, next time.
Next time we'll have to come around for next year. Also, I feel like the Met just happened. I feel like we just reviewed the
I
Met
agree.
outfits. Like
Was
what?
it delayed last year? No, no, no. It couldn't have been.
I don't know.
I agree with you. I agree. Well, maybe we talked about the Oscars
Yeah, but
or the
still, I don't
Emmys. Yeah, I
know.
don't
Life
know.
is flying by. I feel like
Too
the last
fast.
year,
Too
anyways.
fast. Too fast. Too fast. And maybe that's a good segue into love.
Yes, our deep talks. But I think why this came up for me, and I'm curious to hear what came up for you,
Yeah.
thinking about platonic love. So this last year, like I said, this year has flown by. This has really been more about self-love and platonic love because my romantic love with my partner has just been different because he's been super, super busy. And what once was something so natural and fluid, and we hung out all the time, I really prioritized romantic love. It served me so deeply. I sort of had to rely on my other relationships and love interests, which has been entirely fulfilling. Like, I feel like I forgot how beautiful self love can feel, how platonic love and friendship love, right, is just so important. And
It
like as
is.
adults, you forget that because you form a nuclear family and you just go on.
Yeah.
But for me, that came up this week. I'm just so grateful for my friends, for you especially, Em. Like I just,
Well,
it's
ditto.
so serving. Like it feels so fulfilling, you know?
I absolutely, absolutely. It's I love our connection too because we are very similar, but we also have very different paths.
hmm
And it's fascinating to me because I didn't meet Jeff until I was 24. And before him, I didn't have serious relationship or
hmm
anything. I was just and when I was growing up, didn't have a lot of close friends. But once I moved to or got to college, my girlfriends were everything. And we've remained friends. All of us are still here in Nashville. And it's like, I think about those friendships and I am so grateful. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. And it gives you something else that I don't know. I just feel like I was always taught like your nuclear family is this core thing that has to be this like almost thing that moves through life together. And yes, there's so much love I have for my family, but it's just the platonic love for me is so beautiful and amazing. And it's like you find people that have the same interests as you that show up in the world that you in the same way you
Yeah.
show up in the world, like you and I. And then you connect on this soul level where you get to talk about things that really drive you and you get that same energy back from them because they, don't owe you anything and you
No.
formed this from a shared interest or a shared hobby or shared school. It's just nice. It's like, wow.
It's
You
so
know?
nice. And I think when you find those friends that are they just click, it's funny to me because it's almost like my relationship with Jeff, my partner. It's, it's, you don't have to be doing anything. You could just sit there and you don't have to even talk, but it works. Like, and my,
Hmm.
my close friends, I have not seen them since before I went on my trip overseas. Like there's a pod of us and we don't see each other for months. We text, but it nobody cares. And so we could hang out 3 times a week and that'd be great, or we don't see each other for months and we just text. Like I love those friendships. I
Me
love,
too.
right? Because they're not demanding. Everybody knows like what's going on. You have your own life, but you also prioritize keeping those friendships alive.
Totally. And I feel like I through life has have gotten a bunch of different friends that serve
Yeah.
different parts of me. I think we've talked about this before, but that's been super important to me that I think I really want to help my kids one day. Like that's going to be a big lesson I'm going to try and teach them. Because when you're young, you're like, oh, I found this one person that I connect with, and
Yes.
but I really, that's wonderful if that's what works for you. I have found it to be super fulfilling to find different friends that align with different parts of me so
Yes.
that I can kind of build myself right through these friendships. Like one friend of mine, we're so we talk only about like not only, but mainly about, books, for example. And then you and I talk about our business and our creative growth and our dreams. And one friend of mine will talk about health and fitness. And one friend of mine, and it's just nice to have these friendships where you can have these shared interests and grow them over time.
I love that. It's fulfilling in all the different pockets of you, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you find yourself comfortable like hanging out with all of them one on one?
Yes, for sure.
I
I
think
think,
that's special.
yes, I do. I actually struggle when it's a group setting
Okay.
at times because most of my relationships are one on one. Like we have a rapport one on one. We know our vibe is one on one. So when we get into the group setting, it's hard for me. Sometimes I'll gravitate towards one person and the
Yeah.
other, and then maybe maybe one of them would feel like, what the fuck, Peyton? Like we're best friends and you're
Yeah.
acting like does that ever
I
happen with you, right? Like different situations.
Oh, absolutely. Not that much because it's funny. I wanted to ask you that because I'm almost the opposite. I have
Mm,
my group of girls that we've been together for 12 years now that I will I feel comfortable with them no matter what. No matter what we're doing, doesn't matter. But then I have friends in like other pockets of my life that I don't necessarily hang out with. Like
that makes sense.
we text and stuff like that, but I don't I don't know, like go over to their house and have pizza, or have nights like that, which I wish. And a lot of that is just me being a little uncomfortable and shy. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to say? Like, do they really want me
Hmm.
to want to hang out with me? So it's all really just my own hesitation, but I've always been like that.
So do you find a lot of fulfillment then from self-love or like time with yourself, relationship with yourself?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I I do fear that I box myself in sometimes
Mm,
with just my little group of friends. But at the same time, I'm really thankful for like self comfort, being okay alone, and really like striving to be a better person. Because I think
yeah.
as you get older, it's very hard to prioritize health. It's very hard to prioritize yourself when things start being added into your nuclear family. And I hope that since you and I like we make an effort now to make sure that's a part of our lifestyle, that
Hmm.
that will bleed into the rest of our lives. And to me,
Yes.
that's very important.
Oh, for sure it is. For sure it is. And I think yeah, it just goes to show different types of love will serve you in different ways. And I felt like it was a nice shout because I even heard at the Met, the Jenners went together and they're like, it's just a girls' night. It's just a girls' night. And they struggle so much with finding like a romantic partner. And a lot of
Yeah.
people who are single and, in their 20s and 30s have so much pressure to find the romantic love in their life.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just like, I don't know. Obviously, I have that. And so I want to recognize that I come from this place of having that and also whatever prioritizing platonic love. But platonic love and friendship is just so important. And it's like
So
so
important.
special, right? And it just
Yes.
isn't
And
something like to overlook.
no, not at all. And I do think in those 20s and 30s, you could put all your eggs in one basket. Like if you are in a romantic relationship, you put all your eggs in that basket and you forget about your friends. But and
Hmm.
maybe not forget about, but just like less time or whatever. But I think as the years go on, you realize that obviously there's never a balance, but it's okay to be in both. Like you can spend more time here and less time here. And then sometimes it shifts. Like it's not always going to be even in those senses. But like you're saying, all three of those loves, self, platonic, romantic, are all equally important.
I completely agree. I completely agree. And like you were saying, how special is it when you do have these friends that have romantic interests and their own self to worry about? When they
Yeah,
do show
yeah.
up for you, you're like, damn, I know how hard that is to set a date, to commit to each other, to hang out. And so it just feels extra special as adults to have
Oh,
girlfriends.
and I think that's like inspiring for me too, because it shows like I still have my own life. My life doesn't revolve around this person or this person. I love them. I'm so glad that they are here, but I still have my own life.
Totally, totally. So, anyways, I mean, we just talk about marriage a lot. And we talk
We
about like
do.
our, self and everything. And so I thought it could be fun to touch on friends because it is such a big,
I love
special part
that.
of life, right? And
Yeah.
it's also a pressureful thing, right? Like if you don't have enough friends or if you don't have the right
Oh,
type
for
of friends,
sure. I don't
and
fit
it's
in with
just,
that crowd. That's the cool crowd or
yeah,
whatever it is. And it is, it's very hard, especially when you're young. So I'm sure social media plays a lot in that. Not to get too off topic, but I was watching the news the other day and there are a couple people lobbying to make social media not available if you're under 15 for all of those reasons. And I mean, it makes sense. We get affected if we don't have any likes. So how does a 12-year-old feel? You
I
know, I
know.
I can't say I'm against that.
I can't say I'm against it either. And yeah. And I also think it's interesting post-pandemic life,
Yes.
digital media, modern world life, Gen Z, Gen X, whatever. Like all these things come into play. My therapist talked about this. It's the age of selfishness right now. Everyone is posting about themselves, promoting themselves, starting their own brands and businesses ever, which is wonderful in so many ways, but it can be very self-involved and very
Yes.
self-critical. And I can't say I disagree with the fact that we should
No.
maybe monitor those things until you're more developed.
I agree. I agree. I can't. I think we were very so when you were like 12, you weren't on Instagram or anything like that, right?
No,
Okay.
Instagram came sophomore year of high school for me.
Okay. I feel like we were very, very fortunate to be probably the last generation to be able to be young and be
Yep.
children because now I can't imagine.
No, I cannot imagine. I can't. I mean, and we should talk about this in a different
We
episode because
should.
I
We
think we
should.
should, it would be interesting to go into it a little bit deeper and talk about our childhoods too. I think that's
Yeah.
always fun. I know Dak Shepard, the armchair expert, always dives into family history and childhood, and it's so fun. And I feel like we have in bits and pieces,
Yeah.
but I'd love to learn about childhood Emily and
I
like
want to hear
same with,
child pay.
right? Like it's sort
Maybe
of
next week
fun.
that's our thing. Maybe we could dive
Yeah.
into that next week and we can find old pictures and stuff like that. That'd
Yeah.
be cute.
Oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, well, this was great. I thought this was a little all over the place, but that's sort of what our episodes are.
That's who we are. We don't have a plan.
No.
And it
Yes, we have
really,
no plan.
yes, we have no plan. And like literally, we have no plan. So listen. But
It
I
is pretty
love
wild. We don't.
you.
I love you too. And this was it's I was just gonna say it's so wild that we never have like a script for these podcasts. Most people have like an outline of printed, like, here's what topics we can talk about. You and I are like, anyways, so this thing and that thing.
I mean, we're lucky if we talk about our topic the day before.
I know.
Like in the
I
morning, it's
know.
like, hey, how do you feel about this? Oh, well, yeah, that sounds great.
Cool. I love it. You know what?
We
It
got
works for
this,
us.
everybody. It does work for us. And you can judge us for it. It's fine.
It's fine. We'll take the judgment. We dish the judgment. We'll take it
You
as
have
well.
to. You have to. You have
Oh
to.
my gosh.
But we're PS, we
Well,
have no plan.
That's who we are. And go follow us across all social medias at PS We Have No Plan. We try and are trying to commit to posting every Thursday a new episode. So thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.
I woke up in the morning and the sun broke.
It's as simple as